Okay, so this is a video all about how to create some things in TeamSnap. So first thing you need to know is just how to get to TeamSnap. I went ahead and put this link in this Google Doc just to kind of guide you through. So we're going to follow that in a second. But really, you're going to learn how to do three different things. How to create a practice on your team schedule, which is almost identical to how to create a game on your team schedule, but it's just a game instead of a practice, and TeamSnap does something slightly different with that. And then also how to show parents to check in for games or practices. In the year we're making this video, it's particularly important because this is the year of COVID-19. And so we need parents to check in with their player before every game and practice, so we have a record of who attended and who didn't. All right, so here we go. Let's go ahead and follow this link. So you're just going to go to teamsnap.com. It'll pull open pretty easily. Login's up in the top right-hand corner. Okay, I'll go ahead and sign in. And then log in there. TeamSnap, apparently I don't know my own login. Let's try this again. Yeah, there we go. So TeamSnap will pull open and you'll get a screen that looks like this. I've got a couple different teams I'm working with. You can either pick straight from the team there, or I usually like to go up here to this menu and just choose the team I'm working with. Okay, so that's girls wings. Okay, so then you'll get this whole big menu bar. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the schedule button. I can also check my roster if I want to. So roster will show you like who's on your team right now. Availability is where you're going to go later in this video, but we want to go to schedule first, actually. That's what we'll try to go to. And so on schedule, what we want to do, we can choose to get a new game. So there's just a built-in thing for a game, or a new event. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and create a new event. The name of this event is going to be practice. Extra label, I don't usually put anything in there. It's optional. The date. So I'm just going to go on my calendar and let's assume that my team has practice on Wednesday, August the 26th. And then what time? I think I probably got the 6:30 slot. I don't actually know this. I'm just making it up. I can choose, does it not repeat, or does it repeat every week? If I do this weekly, then I can choose when it's going to end. So I think we're going to be practicing. I'm optimistic. We're going to practice all the way until the 28th of October. This keeps, once you do this, this will enter in everything for your whole season. It'll populate it immediately with that with that event. So your calendar will have that filled in. You only have to do it once. And then I think we're going to be practicing at NECC. These are basically all the places in Loveland you could be assigned for field. So I'll pick there. I think we're going to be on field A, and then optional stuff. So I could choose some additional things. Like I usually like to tell parents, hey, this is going to be a 1-hour practice. Arrive, let's see, I like them to arrive 5 minutes before. When it gets canceled, you can use that. And then I usually like to use one color for my practices and one color for my games. Practices are more low key. So let's choose something fun like green, and then any notes. I would tell parents, bring the following. And I tell them a mask, just in case your kid needs it. Soccer ball. Water bottle. Hand sanitizer. Optional. Spelling is terrible. And anything else I can think of. Dark shirt, just in case we don't have a penny. And then notify your team. I would click this if I was actually going to do it. Right now I'm not going to, because I'm going to go back and delete this because none of this is actually accurate for this team I'm coaching. And then I just click save. Okay. So immediately when we go back to the calendar now, if I look at the schedule for us, okay, it now has created that practice for every Wednesday for the remainder of the season. We're good to go. Okay. And that just took, 5 minutes of this video and we're set. I can also create a new game. Okay, if I create a new game, same exact process basically. I can decide what's going on. I can select the opponent. It's going to be another girls wings team, so that just helps us remind who we're playing. what field we're going at, like what park, what field specifically, optional game information. You can do that kind of stuff in there. I always put in whether we're the home or the away team. We only have one uniform color, so we'll go with that. Durations in 48 minutes or an hour, depending on what league you're in. I usually tell my parents to arrive 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes, depending on the year. I just put 20 in there before the game, just to make sure we're all there and set. And then I usually use for games, I use a different color. So I'll either use that orange or that red. Notes are fine. And then here's what I like too. I like to put in here, in the years we would have a snack schedule, I put in snacks and then a person. Not sure if we'll be doing snacks in COVID world, but this is where you would do it. And then you can also assign it to a particular player. So just pick who you want to assign it to. And you can ask a parent to go in and do that for you, although typically I just do it, and I just do it alphabetically, and life is easy and you're good. Okay. Let's say you make a mistake, just click cancel, go in and do it again. Okay. All right. The other piece is the availability piece. And on availability, when you click on there, what will happen is that it'll show every event that you've got on your calendar. So right now I only have these practices in here, but if I had games, the games would show up in my calendar as well. And then and parents have exactly the same option. The parents just go in, Lily's my daughter. I just click on Lily. I tell that she is going to practice, whether she likes it or not. And then that's it. And so if you train parents to do this, you'll have a record of who was at every single practice, especially if we end up needing to do some contact tracing. You can say, oh, well, wait, Chloe Albers was not at this practice that day because she didn't check in, and you don't have to try to remember that. If your parents are good at this, and I'm going to stress with my parents that they need to do this, you're good to go. All right, I think that finishes everything on what we need to do in this video. So hopefully that helps, and have a great season. Thanks.